Cambridge.
Well, I hope the minister won't stand me up. Mr. Speaker, this question is for the Minister for Training Colleges and Universities. Busy man today, Minister. The Ontario tuition grant has been flawed since day one. It's been condemned by part-time students. It's been condemned by individuals returning to school after being laid off. It has been condemned by single parents returning to school after caring for their kids. And a month ago, Mr. Speaker, it's been condemned by the Liberal economist Don Drummond. The minister has protected this program as one of his pet projects. There has to be a reason for this. One hopes it is to address the jobs crisis. Given that the deadline is fast approaching to apply for this program, can the minister tell this House how many single moms, laid-off workers, mature students, and graduate students are receiving this grant?
Minister of Training Colleges and Universities. Minister of the Environment, come to order, please. The member from Renfrew, last time. And as for the others, I'd like to hear the answer. We're having a little trouble with the speakers today, and I'm not you as speakers, but the actual speakers, and I'm having a little difficulty hearing, so I'd appreciate your indulgence. Thank you. Minister.
Thanks. Mr. Speaker, you know, I think students in Ontario are still waiting for an apology from the party opposite for raising their tuition 67% and taking $500 million out of the higher education system. But Mr. Speaker, we have to have hope, because the member from Cambridge signed a petition for a tuition freeze the other day, and I'm waiting to see that reconciled into the government spending plan opposite. The tax and spend Tories are at it again. Mr. Speaker, we have 310,000 of 600,000 students who are eligible. The vast majority have already signed up for the 30% off tuition grant. Mr. Speaker, of 600,000 undergraduate students, we have 475,000 who receive some form of student aid, including 52,000 older workers who are back in retraining.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Again, more than 140 characters.
Mr. Speaker, I haven't seen so much frivolous sidestepping since the government House Leader failed to answer questions on Orange yesterday. Mr. Speaker, the reality is the Ontario tuition grant is flawed. Student groups have suggested that only 1/3 of college and university students are eligible for this grant, and fewer are actually receiving it. This policy is so flawed that students had to opt into the program, and when so few students were doing so, the Ministry of Training, College and University engaged in a travelling roadshow to fix the bad PR surrounding the implementation of this flawed policy. All these costs are not accounted for in the $2 billion price tag. Ontario is heading down into a path toward a $30 billion deficit. Minister, will you at least answer this question directly? How much was spent on this uncosted, unbudgeted, and unaccounted for tour?
Minister.
Mr. Speaker,
the member from Lanark, come to order.
Many times, I'm not sure whether Saturday Night Live is more fun or the opposition these days, and when it comes to ridiculousness. The money was found within, and you'll see it in the budget. This government made the commitment. I was asked by our Premier to deliver it within budget, and as my friend, the minister said, on budget, on time. And to answer his question very directly, Mr. Speaker, and I'll say it slowly because I've answered it several times, of 600,000 students, 475,000 receive some form of student aid, including for older workers, 52,000 laid-off workers whose families get as much as $28,000, and some of the finest.
Your question?